Welcome back, guys, again, and now we're going to go over the next pricing model for the next service you guys will offer. So we just did social media marketing pricing, which is here. I gave you that little formula. I showed you how that ties into DashClicks. Now we're going to go into, and actually there's some more information here, but now we're going to go into one-time setup fees and social media marketing pricing for ads. So the social media pricing for ads is different than the social media marketing in terms of like management, posting, that sort of thing. So you can see here for social media management, there's associated tasks. And this kind of is bleeding into the previous video, but you can see there's associated tasks with like creating content, providing customer support. Some of these things does apply and come over into the social media marketing pricing for ads, but some of this doesn't. So it's going to be a similar format, right? So you can see that there's an example of what an agency charges in terms of a formula. You can see some examples here. Now, when it comes to social media marketing for pricing for ads, you have two options. It's sort of like a combination of a percentage for the ad spend that they're going to be spending on Google or Facebook or whatever. And it's also going to be, you're going to have to charge possibly a startup fee as well, because you have to build the account and set up all the integrations and stuff like that. But you're going to have to figure out how many hours does it take to manage the account. So this is a bit more complex. Let me just rephrase this. You're going to have to charge a percentage of their ad spend, which technically means there's a monthly retainer, because the percentage is the amount of work you have to do to manage it. Then there's going to be a startup fee, because you have to set up the accounts, build the integrations, build the ads. It's really extensive, and set up tracking and that sort of thing. If you didn't have DashClicks, you would have to go through all this and figure out the hours, figure out how many, even like the most complicated clients you get. Or what if a client comes to you and they want to do $30,000 a month on ad spend? That's a lot to figure out, especially if you're starting. So instead of trying to figure all this out, you guessed it, I'm going to show you the easy solution on how you can actually do this in your DashClicks account. Let's actually go there. I'm going to log in. Okay. All right, here we go. So once again, it's very similar, just like we did in the last video, except we're going to do paid advertising. I'll go a bit in more detail. All right. Like I said before, whenever you're offering a service, you have to look through every single detail. Like, it is intentional why you charge a certain amount. It's not just a guess. It's not because you want pretty numbers. Like, you're running a business. You want it to be viable. You want to build a new life for yourself. You want to make a ton of money. You also want the business to thrive. And you can't make a ton of money if your business isn't thriving. And so in order to do that, you have to you got to make sure that your numbers are set perfectly. So the easiest way for you to figure out how to charge for paid advertising or PPC is going to be using the DashClicks white label system. So let's go to your fulfillment store and I'll give you some examples. So go to the very top of your dashboard. You'll see a little dotted box. Click that. Let's go to fulfillment store down here. So this is going to look familiar from the previous video. We did social media posts, okay, last time. And it shows you how much it's charging. There's no setup fee. It's a flat $149 or a flat $199. You know how to upcharge 100% to make 100% margin. You might want to charge a $100 setup fee, whatever you want. But now you know exactly your margins. You know what your cost is. It's unwavering. It's always that. And so now you can really make really informed decisions. Now let's jump into PPC or Google Ads. This is the same format. We have all these plans have 4 plans, by the way. So 4 plans. Let's just start with Google Ads Pro. Like I mentioned before, this is extensive. Not only do we have to manage the ad accounts once we build it, but we have to build the ad account. Even if there's a pre-existing ad account, we still have to go in and maybe organize. We have to make sure integrations are set up. We have to go into the back end of the website to make sure it's hooked up correctly. It's a lot of work. So for this, it's going to require a startup fee because there's a lot of upfront work that needs to be happen besides the monthly work. And just to clarify further, your monthly work expense is $199 per month for Google Ads Pro. So you go, you know the same dance. We basically upcharge 100%, and we do $340, $398 or whatever it is. So $400 just that. So $400 a month, and there's a one-time setup fee. Let's double that. So it's $400 plus $400. It's $800 total for the first month. You're going to make $400 profit, and then the rest is going to go to DashClicks. You made 100% profit, okay? Because you had enough to cover expenses and make profit, right? So this is the pricing model for Google Ads. You can see it's the same thing. $299 up $100, so $600 a month is your expense, and a one-time $199 charge is your expense. So you double that. That's going to be $400 startup fee and $600 monthly. Okay, that's your margin. That's your profit. That's your revenue. When you're starting off with phenomenal margins because you know exactly your expenses. Imagine trying to write a sheet out and trying to figure out how to do all this and what your future expenses will be. No matter how large you scale, these prices will still be static. They'll be the same. Prices may fluctuate here and there. Maybe eventually it goes up, maybe it goes down, whatever. But what I'm trying to point out is that you can instantly know what your cost of providing a quality service to a client is going to be at all times. You never have to guess your expenses or anything like that. It's really going to help you turn your agency into a freelance business where you're doing all the work into a fully scalable marketing agency that is backed by professionals, Google certified people, experts who've been in the industry for, a ton of years. They have tons of experience. You can tap into that instantly. You can actually buy the service. It's so simple. So all you really have to think about is getting a client. You charge your retail price, which is your cost, plus your markup equals your price. And then you add your credit card to this. You just purchase the service you want. The system will automatically send onboarding documents to your clients, so you don't have to do anything. How much easier can it get? Okay, this is a great resource. I recommend you give it a go. As always, this video is going to be kind of brief, but jump in, browse around. If you need help, there's always support down right behind my face here. And you can always click this little question mark up top and schedule a demo and check things out. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video.